Okay, here's some quick help with this week's homework. Question 1, functions question. First thing we need to do is we need to work out f of g of x. So that means that we need to put the g into the f formula. So every place there's an x we're going to replace with that. So we're going to get 2 bracket 3 minus 2x take away 1. And then you can just remove the brackets and tidy that up. For part B, we've got to work out what h of k of x is. So that means we need to put the k into the h formula. So in other words, the answer that you've just found goes into this formula here where that x is. And then part C, what connection, you should find that this simplifies down to a very easy answer, which is going to give you the connection. Okay, second question, f of x minus 1. That means you move your graph one place to the right. And then the second one, minus f of x first of all. That means flip your graph upside down. And then the minus 2 then means move the graph down 2. So that's upside down first of all and then down 2. Question 3, we have tan x equals 4 over 3. So we need a little right angle triangle. There's your x, 4 over 3. Pythagoras will tell you the length of this side here. So you can do a little bit of work on that. Then you have to work out what sine x add 30 is. So do your expansion for that. Sine x cos 30 plus cos x sine 30. Put all your points in that you've got from up above. So the fraction here, the fraction here, the fraction here, the fraction here, and it should all simplify down to what the question asks. Question 4, got a log graph. You need to try and find the x coordinate for A. Well, the x coordinate of A is when the y coordinate is 0. So we need to solve 5 log to the base 10 of 2x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now the only time a log function can be 0 is if this part here inside the brackets equals 1. So basically you're solving 2x plus 10 equals 1. Easy. Part B, you have a line which goes along the top here at y equals 8. So curve, line, intersect. This time you're trying to find when 5 log to the base 10 of 2x plus 10 is equal to 8. First thing to do is take the 5 over to that side. Then get rid of the logs. They end up again 2x plus 10 equals, and it'll be 10 to the power something. You can work out that something and then you can solve it to work out what x is. Lastly, question 5. Here's the formula you're given in the question. You've got to turn it into a straight line. So how do we do that? We take the logs of each side. Now the question tells us log to the base 5. So log to the base 5 of y is log to the base 5 of kx to the power n, which becomes log to the base 5 of k plus log to the base 5 of x to the power n, which then becomes n log to the base 5 of x plus log to the base 5 of k. So you now have this as your straight line formula. Y equals mx plus c. So you can now see that your m, the gradient, is the same as the n value. So from this diagram you can work out what the gradient is, the vertical over the horizontal. That's going to tell you what n is. And you can also see that the c point where it crosses the y-axis is equal to log to the base 5 of k. So if I can write that down for you. we had that m was equal to n. So from the diagram, you're going to work out what the gradient is, the vertical over the horizontal, work out m, and when you work out m, that's going to be n. The second part, you've got that c is equal log to the base 5 of k, or log to the base 5 of k equals c. C, remember, is just where it crosses the y-axis, which is this point here. So put that in here, get rid of the logs on each side, so you get k equals, and how do you get rid of log to the base 5? The way we get rid of log to the base 5 is by writing it as 5 to the power of whatever you've got on this side. And that should be this week done.